Today we have a Goal Zero Yeti 150. It's misbehaving, it's beeping when you have the power plugged in, which usually means that it needs power. The digital display shows that it's full, that it's got all the way up. So it may need to be reset. If you want to reset it, you have to remove these 4 screws to take this top piece off, and then you just leave the lead acid battery disconnected for 10 minutes by removing the terminal. So we're just going to remove these 4 screws. 3 out. This is the last one. This should come off, I think. Put that off. Okay, there's our lead acid battery. I'm just going to remove one of the terminals, and then we'll wait about 10 minutes. There is a fuse here too. It's just like a modular. I think you can just pull it out. So we're just taking power out of this processor, and we're giving it about 10 minutes to let the RAM memory dissipate, and we'll hook it back in and see if that resets it. It's like a pretty elaborate unit. So while you're waiting, you could check this fuse. There's 2 little pieces of metal on the top, and if you have a multi-tester, you can hear it when you have continuity, when there's electricity flowing. So let's see if we can hear it. Yeah, so we know the fuse is good. We can also check for DC voltage. I think it's supposed to be 12 volts DC voltage. So on ours, we're not getting 12 though. We are only getting 4.3 volts. I think this is a 12 volt battery. So we're just letting it, that little memory that's caught in there from a capacitor that's called RAM memory, we're letting that dissipate. When we put it back together, or we re-energize it, it should go to a factory reset, and maybe the glitch will go away. We'll try. Just so you guys know, it looks like this is supposed to be a 12 volt. It shows it as 13.3 as a standby voltage. So I think this is just, battery's just gone down pretty low. So we'll see if plugging it back in is going to help. Looks like it's in pretty good condition otherwise. Just an old lead acid battery. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. So we're going to bring energy back to the system by putting this terminal back. Let's see what the display does. Okay, looks like we have our power, and we're going to go ahead and put the top on. We'll see if anything pops back on the display. It's good to pull this up when you're putting the top back on. Wiggle it on, keep this lifted up. There we go. And we got to make sure it sits down all the way on the seam. We can add these back in. Get the top back on. I think we were using a Torx 15, I believe. Yeah, it could be Torx 20. And so far nothing on the display. We're going to plug in the power again and see if there's a change. We've got our power adapter. Let's plug it in and see what happens here. Okay. Nothing so far. Before, the problem was we plug it in, and having it plugged in or having it unplugged, you would get that beep. This is usually a signal that it's not getting enough voltage. And now when we plug it in, we don't get a beep. We don't get a display yet, but we'll give it a little bit of time and see if maybe that pops back on. It could be it has to just get up to a certain voltage. You might want to check this wall adapter for your Yeti to make sure it's sending out the right amount of voltage. So we have it set for DC. We're going to put one on the outside here, and there's one little thing on the inside. We're going to touch it and then see what we get on our meter. So we're showing 15 volts DC. So this is definitely working at sending out the right amount of power. And we have it plugged in for a little while, but we still don't get anything on the display. So it could be that the lead acid battery just needs to be replaced.
So it turns out that ours just needed a new 12-volt battery, and these are pretty cheap. We'll put a link in the description below, so probably for less than 40 bucks you can get a new battery, and they just pop right in. We can see earlier in the video that it's easy to remove the top, and then you remove the two connections to the battery, pull out the old one, put in the new one, put on the new connections, put the top back, and you're all done. So these are kind of like car batteries. They only tend to last 4 to 5 years, and ours is probably 8 years old. So just putting in a new battery will often do the trick, but I would try that reset shown earlier in the video first. And if you still don't get a result, it's probably just that the battery's gone flat, and replacing it will do the trick. Watching our video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. And also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you. Feel free to contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com.